Gabriella with CSS, and today we have Sue.
Hi.
So tell me, Sue, how is it like on Disney?
Oh, it's a lot of fun to work for Disney. I was there for about 20 years, and we would ride bikes in the hallways, and we would have games, and everybody was just a big kid, so we had a lot of fun. We would get paid to play and come up with fun ideas that would make kids happy, so it was great.
That sounds really fun. What's your favorite Disney movie?
My favorite Disney movie? Well, my favorite Disney movie overall is Sleeping Beauty, but that was made back when my grandparents were kids. The one that I worked on, I would say my favorite Disney movie that I worked on was Beauty and the Beast.
And why would Beauty and the Beast be your favorite?
It's my favorite because it's the first one I worked on, so I have a lot of memories for that. And I did a lot of development on the story, like I came up with the idea for Mrs. Potts, and I did a lot of the design work, a lot of the costuming, so it was fun.
That's very interesting. How long would it take to design one of your characters?
Oh, it varied per character, per movie. They want you to do it as fast as possible because time is money and this is a job. But at the same time, we don't know, we have to do something new and different that's never been done before. So it could take us a couple of seconds to come up with a really quick drawing and everybody says, that's it! Or it could take us months and do like 200 drawings. I probably had a stack this big of Gaston drawings before we actually found one that we thought, oh, that's our character. That's what he should be like and act like. So
That sounds very busy.
it is.
How was it like when you first joined Disney?
When I first joined Disney, it was back in the 80s, and animation was pretty much dying. Disney was the only company that did it, and it wasn't being profitable, so they were talking about closing the studio down. So there were just a small handful of us, and we sat in little warehouses in Burbank, California, and tried to come up with ideas for films that would turn the company around and maybe make people like animation again. So they were making, oh bless you, The Little Mermaid and Roger Rabbit when I very first started working there.
I'm very glad Disney didn't end up shutting down.
Yeah, me too. What's your favorite Disney movie?
I would have to go with Beauty and the Beast also, because that was my childhood, princess.
Yeah. Well, we worked hard to make her not like any other princess. She was smart and she liked to read, and she wasn't there just to find some guy. She wanted to make her life mean something. So she was the first time we had a princess like that, so I'm glad you liked her.
How was it like when you've created all of those movies? What is your, the one that was the most challenging?
Ooh. You know, they all have different challenges. Like The Lion King was a brand new story that was created at Disney, and we had to come up with something that had never been done before, and that's really hard. Like Beauty and the Beast is challenging though, because there's been so many different Beauty and the Beast stories done that we had to come up with something new and different, and again, it's already been done, so what are we going to do because it's already been done? So every film had a different challenge. On Hercules, I had a big challenge because I designed practically the entire film. They wanted Gerald Scarfe's drawings to look like the film, but we couldn't animate this particular artist's drawings. They were very crazy, so my job was to take his craziness, mix it with Disney, and some Greek mythology and come up with the look of the film. And that was fun because I got to stay in production. Normally I come up with ideas and then I hand it over to the people who make the film and say, here are the ideas, you guys figure it out. But on Hercules, I stayed right through the end, and then some, because I worked on the merchandise and taught the TV people and the merchandise people how to draw Hercules too. So I was on that for a very long time. I would say, you know, working on the films with the different artists and getting to meet the different artists and finding out that these people who are so talented, they're so talented, and you think that they're, oh, I can't talk to them, they're more important than I am. But you go and you meet them, and they're excited to meet you, and they want to meet you and learn from you. And they're just like big students, big kids wanting to learn. And I think that was the best part about working at Disney, and for anybody working anywhere, is if you stay a kid and a student and think, oh, I need to learn more because I can get better. And never look at other people like, oh, I'm better than you. I don't need to learn anything from you. You can learn something from everybody you meet. And to keep that philosophy in your head and know that every single person you meet, whether they're 1 day old or 100 days old or 100 years old, you can learn from everybody and everything. And to keep that attitude of being a kid, learning, wanting to learn, no matter how old you get. So that's the fun thing, is everybody at Disney was like that.
What was one of your biggest challenges when you were in school?
When I was in school, oh, I couldn't do math at all. That was a big challenge for me. Figured out how to do math with art. And then on top of that, I was also extremely shy. I was born with a speech impediment, which is from hearing. My R sounds all sound the same. So I kind of talked like Elma Fudd, and I was embarrassed to talk to people because I talked funny, and I couldn't quite understand what people were telling me. So I drew. I drew instead of talking, and I made friends by drawing things and giving drawings out to people. So for me, it was probably the biggest challenge, is learning how to communicate with people, because my hearing and my speech wasn't perfect, and I was embarrassed and I was shy. So I learned how to communicate with art. And funny, it turned into my career. So you never know, huh?
Yeah. If you meet somebody with like the same exact hearing problem, what would you have? What message would you send to them?
To find what you like to do, and don't let anybody say, no, you can't do that. Just try. If you like doing it, then you can find a way to do it. Just keep at it. And like with Hercules, you can make mistakes, and you can make really bad mistakes, but keep trying, right? Because sooner or later you go from that zero to a hero. So if you can't hear or you can't speak, well, maybe there's something else that you can do well. So I say keep trying. Find that something that you like to do and go for it. Don't quit.
Thank you. I'm here with Miss Sue and me, signing off.